Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Simon Dyakowski. He's the strategic advisor for Cypress Development. Welcome to the show, Simon.
Thanks for having me, Jim.
Simon, Cypress just sent out a news release. What was in it?
Yeah, so Cypress announced this morning that it's acquired 100% of the Glory claims, which consists of approximately half of the Clayton Valley Lithium deposit. So it's more of a housekeeping item, but it's significant in that half of the project is now 100% owned by Cypress. The payment of $75,000 was made and 250,000 shares to the vendor. And with respect to the Dean claims, we're almost complete with that purchase, which will be at the end of the year. There's $50,000 left to be paid in 300,000 shares. So really more of a housekeeping item, but important for us to get that buttoned up, and we are continuing along the path of developing the Clayton Valley project. Some upcoming news that investors can look forward to. We're continuing to work on metallurgy. So Cypress is building on last year's metallurgical program, the results of which were published in the PEA in October of 2018. Last year's program consisted of single-stage bench tests using smaller samples of about 100 grams to 250 grams. Those samples were leached for 8 hours. So now as we're moving along to the pre-feas, we're actually ramping up those samples to provide a higher level of clarity to investors. The current program's using samples that are up to 3 kilograms, so significantly more materials being tested than was at the PEA stage. More specifically, the samples are being split into 200-gram charges, and each of them are being run through several leach steps until the final solid residues reach a constant level of pH and extraction. So it's really a steady state. And another key difference between the samples that we're running now and that were being used in the PEA are that they're being optimized under varied conditions. So the company's making good progress on the metallurgical work. And we expect to see some results of that work come out over the next few weeks. As well, this was mentioned in the news release this morning, the company is moving towards starting its infill drill program. So drilling hasn't started yet. It's expected to start over the next 2 to 4 weeks. And just to give you a quick update on the drilling. So the drilling is really for the pre-feasibility study. The plan consists of about 5 holes. It's intended to focus on the higher grade lithium clays that are within the PEA resource model. And the intention is to better define the mineralization in the mine area that we're contemplating in the pre-feasibility study. So the holes are expected to be approximately 300 feet deep, with final depth being determined on mineralogy and drilling conditions. They may extend deeper if it's warranted. We're looking at doing approximately 1,500 to 2,500 feet of NQ core drilling, and that will all be prepped, logged, and assayed, and the material will be used in further metallurgical testing. And it's important to note that the metallurgical testing that we've been doing to date has been used with existing drill core, and there's been more than enough material to test for the stage that Cypress is at right now. So really those are 2 pretty significant catalysts that are coming up over the next, call it, month to 6 weeks. First with drilling, and then with metallurgical test work, and then ultimately the pre-feasibility study should be out later in the second quarter. So that's the, in a nutshell, that's an update of what we're working on and what was announced this morning.
Simon, for people new to Cypress, what is the company all about?
Yeah, so Cypress is a lithium junior to development stage company that's developing the Clayton Valley Lithium project down in Nevada. So it's located approximately halfway between Reno and Las Vegas. The project is interesting. It's a very large clay-bearing lithium deposit. It's at the preliminary economic assessment level now. So a PEA was published last year indicating a very robust economics potentially, with an NPV of almost $1.5 billion US. The company at this point is moving that study along to a pre-feasibility study level, hoping to get better granularity and information with respect to the economic assumptions in the PEA, and that's expected to come in the second quarter. So it's a very exciting project. It's located strategically in Nevada. The mineral that we're targeting and that we've discovered is lithium. It's a strategic mineral in the United States. With the EV revolution in full swing, electric vehicles in the U.S., there's a strong demand for lithium, and particularly in the United States, the current administration there has designated lithium as a strategic metal, and they're very interested in having domestic sources of lithium developed. So we're right in a very good neighborhood to have made this discovery, and we're advancing the project rapidly. I should note that the company is relatively new. This discovery was made about 2 years ago, and we've taken the discovery from drilling, initial analysis to some initial met work, to then a PEA, and now a pre-feasibility stage within the last 24 months. So it's advanced rapidly. We're in a great location, and there's potentially huge value to be realized from this project.
Simon, where is Cypress traded and under what symbols?
Cypress is traded on the TSX Venture Exchange under the symbol CYP, and it's also traded on the OTCQB in the United States under the symbol CYDVF.
And how can people get more information about Cypress?
The best way to do that would be to go onto the company's website. It is www.cypressdevelopment.com and go from there.
Simon, thanks a lot for the update.
Thank you, Jim.
I've been speaking with Simon Dyakowski. He's the strategic advisor for Cypress Development Corp. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on January 28th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at howstreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.